Boom.
Here we are.
Here we are.
With a third episode.
Guffanti Brunettes, welcome to the show.
Welcome. It's been a whopping 2 weeks.
I know we keep having these gaps in time, but it's all right.
We have
We're here.
whole lot to talk about.
We have a lot to talk about. A lot has happened.
I was in Porto.
Porto. She's wearing a hat that says Porto. She was in Portugal.
Sick as a dog, if you remember from last time.
Yeah, still ill.
And I met a guy at the wedding and he ate me out all night and it only got better.
All right, so let's backtrack.
I know. You can't just hit them with that right away.
You can't hit them with the guy ate me out at the wedding and it got better.
His name was a letter.
He had a one-letter name. His first name that he was given at birth. Can we say the letter?
Can we? I mean, it's just a letter.
Let's use a different letter and pretend that that's...
His name was R.
His name was R.
Just
like his,
R.
His first name at birth, he was given the letter R.
So when I met him, he started talking about how...
Sophia went to Portugal for a wedding.
Yeah, my sister's friend's wedding.
Yes.
And the groom's best friend, I met him around the pool, and he was talking about how he saved sea turtles, and immediately I fell in love with him. He wasn't like my usual type. You know my type, Em. It's like usually like dirty,
lanky boy.
Dirty, tiny, like smelly boy.
Smelly boys.
I usually like dirty,
Sophia
smelly
likes dirty, smelly, lanky boys.
This guy was a big boy.
This is her way of putting it nicely, that he was overweight.
He was overweight.
That's okay.
No, but that's like what it was.
Yeah, I know. I think, you know what, Fee? I think actually the fact that we are avoiding saying that is more mean.
That's actually so
than
much
just saying
worse.
he was heavy.
Yeah, that's actually terrible.
He was a heavy man who went down you and made you come. That's good.
He made me come, like a one-night stand kind of thing. And he actually made me come, and he wanted to keep going.
He just ate you out all night long.
He ate me out all night long. Well, first of all, we were at the wedding.
That's a way to be at a wedding.
And we were joking about getting married. You know, that's how it starts. We were just joking about that.
You don't care. You're just like being silly.
I was just being silly. And then
it turns into something.
Cut to his bed, my dress up, getting eaten out all night, and then he wanted to go again after I come. I was like, one time is it. That's all
that's all you're gonna get out of me.
And then I woke up to tea and French fries,
which explains the
tea and French fries.
That explains his weight.
Well,
that he has tea and French fries.
Well, no, I was
breakfast.
explaining how I love French fries.
Oh, okay.
I missed that part.
Okay.
I was, but like,
because including
we
that
can't
detail,
do that. That's not nice. Yeah, but like,
not nice.
I made out with. I mean,
but see, don't you think saying that it's not nice? What were you gonna say?
I hooked up with a fat guy.
That's what you were waiting to say this whole time. I danced around.
You know what? Like, I just feel so much better now that I could say that, because I was like, I just really
the whole time you wanted to say
feel
you
like
hooked up
I
with a fat
can't talk about it in like this podcast. You know, like I can't like say exactly how I'm feeling. But we said we were going to be honest with you guys.
Yeah, we said this was going to be a real podcast, and I reiterate my point that dancing around saying that you hooked up with a fat man, is more mean and says more about how you feel about his weight than if
he was
just
comfortable in his own skin.
I mean, don't you think?
I mean, I woke up in like fur blanket. Like a fur blanket, and like I was cocooned in his...
Oh, an actual fur blanket.
No, his fur... no. No, the fur...
I thought there was another reference.
No, it was like
him.
It's like a metaphor for his chest hair.
Oh, it is a metaphor.
Yeah. No, you knew what it was. Yeah, it's a metaphor for his chest hair. Yeah. It was blonde.
Blonde.
I think hair. Sons of Anarchy had a pointy beard. And I just woke up and I was just like, oh, this is what happened. I made out with a fat man and I loved it.
I think that makes sense for where you are in your life right now.
I think that's so good for me.
Yeah, and also like
you loved it when I told you. Right
I know
after
when you told me, I was like, thank God you did. Yeah. You know, I just think that we were just talking about how you didn't you went on this bad date, and all these things you get involved in are like someone likes the other more, or it means something more, and this was just a one-night stand with the fat man.
Just a one-night stand with a fat man. Well, you know, I think he likes me.
As most people do.
No, they're all gonna like me.
Yeah.
And I liked him too.
Yeah.
But it happened once, and that's all it is. It was Portugal.
How old is he?
That was Portugal. 34.
Okay, so it wasn't gonna happen.
No,
if he thought it was like gonna keep happening.
Yeah,
it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
where does he live?
A preschool teacher. Oh, he lives like right around the corner.
From here?
From here.
He lives on the Upper West Side of Manhattan.
Yeah. Do you know R? Have you? Oh, you've met R.
Lives upstairs. The downstairs
do you
neighbor
know about
is the
a
woman.
preschool nearby? Is there a preschool nearby?
It's the Upper West Side, Fee. There's lots of preschools.
Okay, well, he works for a preschool.
Okay.
And I kept
cute.
thinking in my head, I was like, Sons of Anarchy, but like preschool turtles.
Yeah.
I'm not imagining the right person, but
Yeah.
you can suck my pussy. So Portugal was great.
How you doing, Pete?
Good.
Oh my
Good.
gosh.
All right.
Pete, I missed you.
We missed Pete. I hung out with Pete on Saturday.
Oh my gosh, love
but I
it.
still missed him nonetheless. For the
Singing on the
48 hours.
rooftops.
Singing on the rooftops.
Everybody scream your heart out.
Hard out.
Heart out.
What? On the blackout day, Fee, there was a blackout.
Oh shit,
in
the
New
city
York
shut
City.
down. I was supposed to come in that day.
I know you were. Thank God you
I
didn't.
am so, if
John
I got
and
stuck in an elevator,
Oh yeah, I feel that's the one time you ever say, "Thank God I live in a walkout."
holy shit. I
Yeah.
like was stuck in one for a minute and I was having like a mental breakdown.
It was really crazy. John and I were supposed to go to a show downtown, and he was like, we can't go. There's like a power outage." And I was like, "Oh, there's a power outage. We'll just get on the
Yeah.
subway and go. Who cares about the power outage?"
You didn't think it was gonna be the whole city.
I didn't. And then he kept fighting me on it. And I was like, okay, let's at least just like walk to the subway. And if it's that crazy, we won't go. And he's
Yeah.
like, the subways are down. But okay, if you literally don't believe me, let's go.
Yeah.
Because we were going to go to the roof anyway, our friend's roof anyway. If we
was
didn't
his
go.
power out?
No. So it stopped at 72nd.
Oh, it's so lucky.
So we were right above it.
Universe was working
So,
for you.
Yeah. So then we're walking to the subway, and I'm so set on going to this comedy show because it was John's friend who like doesn't do shows that often and always comes to ours. And I was
Yeah.
like, we have to go to this show. And John was too. John wanted to go, and that's
Yeah.
why when he was saying we couldn't go, I was like, we have to go.
You
and he was
weren't
like,
taking it seriously.
yeah. So then we go to 72nd Street, and the power outage started right at 72nd and went down. Sophia, it was the craziest thing
Oh, no.
seeing all of Midtown just black.
It's kind of awesome.
It was awesome. It felt like a movie set. Like it felt like a fake version of
I
New York.
would have
and pretty
been-
soon Godzilla was going to come out and like knock the paper buildings
I
down.
almost wish that I was here for it.
It
You know
was
what I mean?
exciting,
I was
but
like excited
yeah.
I didn't go, but like
Right.
I kind of wish I was here for the New York City blackout.
It definitely made everyone like on the rooftop when we were all hanging out. It made us all in like 10 times more of an excited mood. 'Cause
It was
it's the blackout.
Wasn't it like the anniversary of like a blackout?
Yeah,
too?
right. When
The 44th,
40
something, 40 something.
42nd. It was the 42nd because I thought that was weird because it happened at Times Square 42nd
Isn't that
Street.
strange how that happens?
1977.
Oh, you're so
1977.
good with years. You've
Right?
always been.
I've always been good with
You're
numbers.
so you just remember shit.
I do remember shit.
1977.
It was
Black-
the year was 1977. Am I right? Yeah, that
Holy
was
shit.
that was pretty
Fact
crazy.
check. You are right.
Yeah, so the blackout was pretty gnarly.
Okay.
It was like looking at the city that was black was like insane. And then I felt like I was in that episode of Friends where there's the blackout.
I don't
but
watch Friends.
Yeah, then
I don't,
forget
I
about
don't
it.
watch Friends, but you are Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
You are.
Don't flatter me.
You are,
No, you know how I know I'm not?
How?
The one person who told me that I actually look like her was my Chinese neighbor from like this like
What does
middle-aged
that mean,
Chinese woman. Because I bet for Chinese people,
Well,
white
yeah,
people
you're
look
right.
a lot more the same.
You're right.
So she was like, "You look just like Jennifer Aniston." And I was like, "Oh, well, now I know it's not
No,
true."
you look like Shailene Woodley, though.
Don't even go there.
She's a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful woman. It has
I'm
nothing
not-
to do with, you keep saying it's because your face is not symmetrical.
It's because okay,
Nobody's face is symmetrical. That's why there is the phrase eyebrows are sisters, not twins.
I know. I understand that. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't think that she's not beautiful. I think Shailene Woodley is above average.
Adonis.
A what?
Adonis.
What's Adonis?
She's
Like
Adonis.
Madonna, but just Adonis.
Emily wrote this hit song. Emily wrote
yeah.
it. Emily, you wrote a hit song.
Oh my God, we are jumping around here. But last time we recorded an episode, Sophia came in and I was.
We didn't even talk about it.
We didn't even talk about it.
I was
'cause we had-
embarrassed.
Well, because I was playing the piano when Sophia came in and I was like, Fee, look what I learned on piano because I was so excited about it. And I started playing Lady Madonna by the Beatles. Lady Madonna. You know.
She wrote that.
So I finished playing it and Sophia goes, Who's Lady Madonna? Who did you write that about?
No, I was like, you're such an amazing writer. Like
Oh,
the fact,
yeah.
I was like, this is so like you to like write a song like this. Like, and she's like so confused. Pete was here for it too. And
I looked at Pete, I was like, is she...
and you had just saw that movie. I didn't see it.
I just saw the movie yesterday, yeah, which was bad.
and it's like,
Did you
I
see
was
it, Pete?
literally
It's a bad
reenacting
movie.
yesterday.
Yeah, you were like the character in yesterday.
Yeah.
I cannot believe you thought I wrote
I
Madonna.
thought you were the Beatles.
Yeah.
You basically are.
I guess in a way.
Oh my God.
Not in any way,
Lady
actually.
Madonna.
Great song.
Yeah.
I love playing on piano, but the fact that you thought that I wrote it is a compliment at best, at least.
Well, yeah, but you would write a song like that.
I guess so. I'm trying to write more specific songs like that.
Like,
about
I feel
Lady
like
Madonna,
shit,
Baby at Your Breast.
Like the pooping song.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know why I thought you wrote that song.
Yeah, I don't know either. I guess because I was like, check out what I can play. And you were like, whoa, there's a prodigy on our hands.
Adonis.
But the fact that Adonis.
This episode's called Donis.
Donis. The fact that you thought that I wrote that is very, very flattering.
Well, I know that you would write it. I know that you would.
I hope to one day write something that can even compare.
You
So
did.
thank you.
We'll say you did.
Thank you.
Our wine has a goat on it.
Our wine does have a goat on it. We're drinking goat wine.
It looks...
There's always a goat-themed consumption product.
It looks just like the logo to Guffanti Brunettes.
It does, and I think that's a really cute... And it's from Portugal.
And it's from Portugal.
How on theme is that?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Portugal.
Now-
Portugal took the life out of me though.
I bet it did.
Because I was sick going into it and now my feet, my bunions got worse.
You've got a big blister.
I have a blister that Emily won't even look at. It's really scary.
Disgusting.
But you know what? This is the self-care thing that I did. I wore my shoes that were very high the entire wedding. And I never...
That's a choice.
I never took them
a
off.
choice.
Everyone took their shoes off.
I know, but you know what? Whenever I'm at weddings like that, and I'm always like, they take their shoes off.
The guy
I'm gonna keep my
R,
shoes
the next
on.
morning when I woke up, I was like, oh my God. Because if you see this blister, like I almost want to show you, but you don't want to see it. R went to massage my feet and he was like, oh.
It looks like it's a dime-sized white 3D.
Like you could probably see it from there.
Can you see it?
Can you see it? Poor R.
Really gross.
Poor R with a pointy beard had to see that, and he
I
was
don't
like,
wanna look at
he
that
was,
thing.
I'm
Put it
sorry,
away.
I'm
Put it
sorry.
away.
We talk about shit, we talk about everything, and a little blister is gonna scare
A
you
blister
away.
is more scary to me than dour hair.
So
So
it's just a dirty old blister.
it is a dirty old blister. I would imagine that Portugal will take the life out of you. It's Europe.
It was
It's a
amazing,
wedding.
and they start their days with just like wine.
Yeah,
they don't
but you
drink
know
water
why?
there.
I know. In Italy,
all.
they don't drink a lot of water either.
I was like, is there anywhere I can get a water? Anyone? No water. They like don't have it.
The reason why I think it's able to be that way is
Yeah.
because in America, we put because of our high drinking age and our culture of
Yeah.
drinking, it's so bingy that like we can't handle
They
liquor.
sip.
They sip.
We don't.
No, we don't. And that's why, and even when I was living in Italy, I got drunk all the time because I cannot gracefully drink.
Yeah, no, I'm not a graceful drinker
Not
either.
at all.
I always I'll start with this.
Yeah, this cute little glass of
This cute little
wine.
glass, but then we're just
We'll stop recording and it'll be shots.
and you just fucking take shots.
I know.
We need to slow it down.
We do.
Here in America. Mm-hmm. And then
I think I'm going to
around.
introduce my kids to alcohol earlier, like casually, so that they don't think it's such a big deal when they have
I was
wine.
introduced really early. I remember being maybe 7 years old and having my first glass of wine.
Really?
And hating it so much. But my dad was like, you want to try it? Like,
Yeah.
I always had wine.
I think that's cute.
Yeah, but like it didn't help.
I guess not. Never mind. I retract.
We're
the
still
statement.
taking shots at the end of this.
We are still taking.
You
shots at the end
know?
of this.
But not really.
I have to tell you something pretty crazy.
Tell me.
So
Tell me.
you're in my apartment right now, right?
Yeah.
So I have a really spooky story.
Oh my God. Well, this apartment is spooky.
It is
as soon as you moved in, we knew it was spooky. Did you cleanse it yet?
After this, I did again. I had already done it, but then I did it again.
It's gonna have to be a cleanse every day.
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
Listen to this. You're
Oh,
gonna.
shit.
It's like
I'm taking my
raised-
shoes off for
it's
this one.
Goosebump level.
Blister on the couch.
Blister on the couch. I don't care. As long as it's on my face.
It's not on your face.
Okay, good. So get this. Ready? The other morning, last Thursday, I wake up and my bed is a loft bed, right? So I have a ladder to come downstairs to the
Right.
apartment. And I have a boyfriend that I sleep with every night, John. So, and I always wake up before him because I have to go to work earlier. Okay, that's all the exposition.
Donis.
You
know what it means now.
Yeah, I do know what it means.
Yeah.
Just punctuate all my sentences with Donis.
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 Oh, Emily, Donis.
Donis. So I come downstairs from the ladder on Thursday morning And I look, and my bathroom's right in that room, right where I walked down.
Yeah.
And I look, and in my bathroom, still attached to the toilet paper roll,
Oh, no.
the toilet paper was rolled out from the bathroom all the way into the living room
I hate
next to
that
the
so
couch.
much.
I have a photo for proof.
I really hate that so
and
much.
the bathroom door was closed over. So the toilet paper was rolled out probably like 10 feet and on a curve and like placed right there.
Was this before or after it clogged?
Before.
Oh, God.
So get this.
They clogged it.
So
The spirits.
Yeah.
All of them.
Actually, I know why it was clogged, and you're gonna hate me for why.
You stuffed it.
With wipes. So which
With
you
shit.
always no. It was the wipes.
Oh.
You always tell me don't flush your wipes. I swear it was the wipes.
Like there's a big shitty wipe right in your garbage can.
Yeah. No, now I'm not gonna use the wipes. I'm not gonna throw poop wipes in my garbage when I live with my boyfriend.
Oh, I did.
I told John, I was like, I might just put him in the garbage, and he was like, no, you won't.
Like there is a poopy wipe from me, like,
right
earlier.
now?
Like, yeah. I fold it though. You'll never see it.
Well, you're gonna have. I don't want. That's
No.
why the bathroom smells, see?
No.
Because it's your shit wipe in my garbage can.
You
Wiped your ass. And
you just had like a terrible flood from flushing your wipes, and you're gonna yell at me?
well, you complained that my bathroom smelled.
Well, yeah, it smelled before I shat.
But then you were like, you know what I think it is, Em? I think you just have a permanent smell from all the shit that's been happening. And I'm like, no, I think it's because you put a wipe with your
No.
brown shit on it
Well,
in my
there's
garbage
also the
can.
shitty plunger right next to it.
What, my poopy plunger offends you?
It's a poopy plunger. I didn't want to have to use that.
It's not a
poopy
poopy plunger. You're
plunger.
embarrassing me in front of my friend Pete.
Oh my God, I'm
You're
sorry.
embarrassing me in front of my
I'm the
friend
one who's
Pete.
saying I shat, and I put like a dirty tissue. Like why are you embarrassed?
Because you're saying I have a poopy plunger.
Go. Okay, I'm sorry. Go.
There's no poop
This
on my
is our
plunger,
first
Pete.
fight on Guffanti Brunettes.
I know, because I get really sensitive about my poop. You know this.
Okay.
You know
I'm
this.
sorry. I won't tell anyone anymore. We're supposed to be honest and open, though.
I know, but I get sensitive.
Okay,
All right, let
Go
me
on.
continue my spooky story.
Okay, spooky story.
So toilet paper's rolled out,
Okay.
right, all the way to the couch. And as soon as I saw that, I had that sinking feeling of like, I'm in a horror movie. I was like, oh, where's the villain? And I got so scared. I creeped around my whole apartment to like open doors and make sure no one was here. So, and obviously no one was. So then, well, not so obviously. So then I go about my day. I leave the toilet paper there. And that's why I wrote John that note. I leave John notes every morning. And on his note before I left, I was like, by the way, baby, was the toilet paper you? Or
That's
a
what I read. I
ghost,
was like, what
or-"
is that?
Yeah, because, so I left it there for him to see. And then he texts me when I'm at work and he's like, Em, that wasn't me. And I was, because John goes to the bathroom before bed every night and like plays Candy Crush for like an hour or whatever game he plays for like an
Candy
hour in the
Crush.
toilet. And I'm already like asleep. And then he comes
I
upstairs.
haven't heard Candy Crush in so long.
It's not Candy Crush. It's this weird puzzle game he plays. And
Tetris.
It's not.
You're a Tetris. He's not.
I'm Woody Puzzle.
Yeah.
He's some weird laser game.
I'm
And he
Bud
listens
Farm.
to podcasts and plays that. Butt Farm?
Bud Farm.
Oh, weed.
Bud Farm, yeah.
Weed.
I
Okay.
spend real money on it. Keep going.
I used to spend real money on the Love Island game.
Yeah, I spend real money on like the games, and they're always like car game, like racing rivals.
Yeah.
So stupid. I'm like, I want a Subaru.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Just
spend 20
'cause.
$20 on it.
20 real dollars.
Yeah, and I'm gonna win the game.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
So I leave him this note and he says it wasn't him. And I was like, immediately I was like, that's really weird. You don't just ignore that because that's not like something fell over. That's like crazy.
He was probably scared and like booked it at the apartment when he saw it.
I know. So I came home that day. So whatever, I like kind of forget about it. When I came home that day, I was like scared to open the door, but I was like, whatever, don't think about it.
Yeah.
Then I had to poop so bad coming home from work and he wasn't here and I run in to go poop. I pull my pants down and there was something in the toilet, like a match or like toilet paper or something. So
A match?
Well, we light matches after we poop,
Okay,
so it doesn't
okay.
smell.
That's sweet.
So then I go flush that, and so I can go sit down and poop, and I'm going to sit to let it out, and the toilet overflows.
No.
Yeah, so I'm like crowning, and the water comes out of the toilet.
Fuck.
So I call a plumber. Plumber comes, fixes it. That was a whole thing. Then that night, right?
It like almost can't get any worse.
Oh, Fee, it's going to get like double worse.
Oh my God.
So then that night, our friend Jamie comes over, right?
Jamie.
You know Jamie.
It's always Jamie.
It's always Jamie. Jamie comes over. It's me, Jamie, and John hanging out in the living room having some wine. We hang out till like
Wine.
midnight. And then the last thing we talked about was the spooky story of the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And then we all start talking about like mediums and psychics. And then we're like talking about, do you think there's spirits in here? Blah, 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 blah. Night ends. She leaves. John and I go out for a cigarette out front because we just went out front and sat at the patio. And then as we were walking outside, I was like, John, watch. Like we're going to walk back in and the paper towels are going to be like all over the floor.
What happened?
We go out for a cigarette and we come back inside and I open the door and the paper towel, which is a vertical thing, it's not horizontal, the vertical paper towel holder, the paper towels were rolled out like 8 sheets into the sink.
No.
Yeah.
Someone's fucking with you.
Well, it's also crazy that did I tell you the story, Pete?
They're
It's
rolled
pretty
out
fucking crazy.
there and over there now?
So the toilet paper was rolled out all the way. And then I said, as we were walking out the door, I was like, watch, the paper towels are going to be all over the floor. We come back in and they're rolled out like 8 sheets. And I immediately was like, John? And I was like, did you do that? And then he freaked out. He was like, oh my God, no. Like, and we were like, oh my God. So then I took the sage that I have and I went around and I like, was like, we mean peace and harmony, blah, blah, blah. Then
why toilet paper and paper towels?
I don't know.
They can't flicker the fucking lights.
And then the plunger.
It's like, you're going to make it hard for us to wipe our ass and like clean our hands. Like, why that?
Wait, it's going to get worse.
Holy shit.
I know. Have a sip of wine.
I'm going to need a sip for that one.
This is crazy. So then John tells me, he's like, I didn't want to freak you out. I wasn't going to tell you this. But, and I made him swear on his little brother that this was true. He was like, the other night last week, he was doing his nightly shit in Candy Crush or whatever the fuck game he plays. Oh, no. And he said, I was already upstairs. He comes out of the bathroom and like we turned off all the lights and he was like, he said he walked out of the bathroom and he got this feeling in his gut like, don't go in the living room.
Holy shit. He goes
and
though.
He turns and he goes to the living room and he looks in here and every single cabinet in the kitchen was open.
No, that is a spirit actually, because that's happened
like, makes my eyes water.
That happened at my house with all the doors upstairs.
And then,
keep going.
And then I remember that story.
Yeah.
And then this curtain, so I have 2 curtains pulled back. There's one that always falls, that one, but the one that never falls was off, but it wasn't even the command strip that fell. Like the hook was still up, the curtain was down.
What's
and
going?
All the fucking cabinets were open.
What is going on? John must be playing with a Ouija board. That's the game he's playing, because that kind of spirit.
Like, but here's the thing. I go, you guys is it malevolent? It doesn't feel evil.
What does that even mean?
You know, Malevolent, the villain?
I do know the villain. With the horns?
It means
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Or Maleficent.
That's Maleficent.
Yeah,
you
Pete
said
was like, no.
I knew it was Maleficent.
It's Maleficent.
But is malevolent a word?
It is a word. It means like meaning like harm or like evil.
Valedictorian.
Thank you. And so I mean, that's how I have to look at it, Fee, because I live here. I can't think I live in a bad apartment.
These stories are never going to stop if we don't get to the bottom of it. We have to do a real cleanse.
No, Sophia, I don't think it's about that. I think I just have to accept that I live in a very old apartment and there are other people living with me here too, and we're just coexisting in different dimensions.
But they're also trying to let you know that they're here.
And that's fine. I let them know I'm here. I'm fucking here. I put furniture in.
I'm wondering if they're upset about something. Are they upset you moved in?
Well, no. Then I think they'd drop a lamp.
You're right.
Tonight
they would like make a scene.
Yeah, like it's just
but I think the toilet paper is a little bit of a scene.
They're definitely trying to make themselves known. John keeps saying, he's like, Emily, we should be so lucky that we live in a haunted house.
And you said John's struggling to sleep. Well, no shit.
That's why I said to him, I was like, we should sage the loft, because he's like grimacing in his sleep and like punching.
No. Oh no, he's so scared, and I would be too. And I was gonna say, can I sleep over tonight? But like,
I don't think you want to.
I don't think I wanna.
I mean, you can, but good luck sleeping out here with the toilet paper.
You're gonna make me sleep on... Like with toilet paper and paper towels and bounties.
Cabinets will be open and closing.
Cabinets will be
opening and closing.
They're gonna actually like lift me up. They're gonna
pick you up and smack you against the wooden
You guys are gonna be like, "Hey, Fee, good morning," and I'm gonna be levitating. Oh my
You're gonna be like 1 foot from the ceiling, like, morning, guys.
I'm like, I just accepted it now.
The air mattress is gonna be halfway in the air.
No, me with a paper towel gown, me with a toilet paper trail.
You're gonna have toilet papers wrapped around your bunions.
Wait, all this toilet paper talk makes me think of I had
moving on.
We have to move on because this house is haunted, and I don't want to think
and we
about
don't want
it
to let them know that we're really caring. We can't let them know.
Wait, are we floating right now?
Yeah, you can't talk about it for more than 2 minutes, otherwise they come out.
I'm so scared. Okay,
we're waking them up right now by talking about it. Go to sleep.
Stop.
Okay.
So, I have this client yesterday. She calls me last minute. She wants me to do her birthday makeup. She's a friend of my sister's. No, I didn't know how much my sister loves me, that she just talks about me so much, and she spills.
My brothers do that too.
Yeah, she like spills a lot of
That's
like
such a youngest sibling thing
yeah,
to say.
they like all talk about their younger siblings. It's really cute.
John
but like
does it about
when
Elliot.
you're like in a position where you have a client, like a makeup client, those are the clients I take real seriously. You know, Brazilian waxes are a thing,
Yeah.
but like my makeup clients are serious.
That's
so
like your
I start to
passion.
act real professional. I'm like, oh, how's your skin? Is it dry, oily, or a combination? Like I start, you know, I start asking questions like that. So we're talking, we're doing whatever, and I have this like block on because I'm being professional Fee, not like the real Fee.
Right.
And she was like, you know, your sister tells me so many great stories about you, and my favorite one is the one when you were younger, how you used to go in your brother's room and do a Russian split on the rug and pee on his floor every day. I'm like,
Wait, what? That's a big one
you
to
know
bring
it was
up.
Dominic too, because
Yeah.
me and Dominic, like, God, I love him, but he's just a really difficult person to live with. And
Yeah.
even as a 5-year-old kid, I knew that.
Yeah.
So like I despised him so much that I would go in his room.
What's a Russian split?
A Russian split is like a Flying Dutchman split, like on
just
the floor,
straight
And
out.
I remember doing it, as young as I was.
Wait, but you would do that and then pee on the
And
floor
then piss on his floor. They actually
in the split?
in the split.
That feels uncomfortable. You'll get all wet.
I would sit in it. And I remember doing it. And like my client saying this, I was like, oh, she told you that? I was like, okay, so this is like the kind of relationship we're gonna have now. I was like, I can't be professional anymore. You know that, right?
You know
and it was
too
like all
much.
funny and shit. But like, can you believe I would do that? And I asked my mom about it. I was like, I like really did that. Like I remember it. And
There
she
are
was,
a lot of things people do as kids that when you think about them now, you're like, that's a sign of something that we didn't address.
My dad used to scare me so much about clogging the toilet. So like I would either
my
go
dad too.
So like I didn't want to stuff it with toilet paper. So I would either go in Dominic's room, do my Russian split and piss on his rug. He has a hardwood floor now. They had to get it replaced. And they kept saying it was Molly the dog.
Wait, how many times did you
I would
do it?
blame Molly the dog and my dad would like kick him.
Oh.
Or her. I know. Like, you know, old Republican father, they kick dogs.
Kick dogs?
I know, fucked up. I know.
Okay.
Sad.
Yeah.
But
How many times did you do that they had
and
to
then
change
I
the
would
floor?
wipe like with Gabby's like shower curtain because I didn't want to stuff the toilet.
Was it a plastic shower curtain?
No, I don't even remember what
Wait,
it was.
you would wipe your shit?
I don't know if I'd wipe my shit.
You did not wipe your
I
shit.
don't think
with
I
a
wiped
shower
my shit. I knew
curtain.
people would know.
They'd
I knew
see
people would,
it.
but Gabby told me that she used to wipe her pee because she was scared. So we were wiping on
Your
the
dad
same
scared you guys
shower
so-
curtain.
Oh my God.
I just found that out the other day. I was like, we were wiping with the same shower curtain.
You both thought the same thing.
I
Like,
was,
we don't want
I
dad
was
to be
young
mad.
though. She's 8 years older than me. There was no excuse for that. So Gab, I'm blowing your cover. You were wiping at like how old? Like, let's do the math right
Wait,
now.
you know it
5
was the
years
same
old.
years?
She's 8.
13.
13.
She was 13.
You can't be a 13-year-old wiping
My
with a
mom
shower
wiped
curtain.
my ass when I was like,
You did say that.
Up till 11, I would say.
You
Yeah.
got your ass wiped for a while.
Yeah,
So did
demanded
Dominic.
it.
So did Dominic.
Yeah, it's
Virgos get their
Taurus,
ass wiped.
earth signs.
Yeah, they get their ass wiped. I didn't. I just took it upon myself to wipe either with the rug or and blame the dog. Or wipe.
I mean, what I would expect you to blame the dog. What would you be like? Yeah, I did piss on the rug.
I don't know. Now I would. If I were to do it now, I'd
If
like,
you were to do it now, I'd be concerned. Something else is going on.
would you? You can't just piss on the rug.
No, you know what?
But
If
they
you
had
did
to-
it now, I think that in this day and age, female friendships and our friendship, if you told me you did that, I'd be like, honestly, like that rug needed your piss on it. Do you know what I mean?
That's why I'm like, you would never judge me. What are you talking about?
But
you
no, but I
only
think-
judge me for working out, which I haven't done in a really long time.
Yeah, but I think that that's a
I love
common
it.
thread with a lot of female friendships these days. It's like you could fucking like
Do anything.
and it's like, you know what?
Look how
That had to
Look
happen.
how close she got to me too. Like I was like, I pissed on the rug, and she's like, that had to happen.
The only reason I did that, truth be told, is because I'm sweating up
Oh
the
no,
couch.
I'm really sweaty.
I'm really sweaty
and
on
I
the
hate
couch.
that I wore these shorts because now I just have
It's
got
okay.
fat whale thighs on the.
I've got sweat leg on
and,
the
like,
couch. It's okay.
It's fine. We both have like the hairiest legs ever too.
I know. We do have hair. My legs are very hairy right now.
That's okay. We could like wax them. Oh, you hate that. You hate a leg wax.
I will never get my leg waxed
and
again.
you barely
Sophia.
have hair. You're such a pussy.
Yeah, it's weird because it just all went to my head, and the rest of my body was like, all right.
I mean, my first leg wax was terrible, but
yeah, my first one was. My mom made me do it. She didn't make me, but I went to go to summer camp in like 8th to 9th grade that summer, and my mom was like, "You should wax your legs so you don't have to shave them for the time you're at camp."
Oh.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'll wax my legs." And then I go, and she didn't tell me I was going to be in excruciating pain.
Well, that's for.
I was
her
very
wiping
mad at
your
her
ass for so long. She was getting you back.
That's my karma for my.
She was like literally getting you back. She was like, "I wiped your ass for years. Go get a leg wax, bitch."
No, you know what my mom would start to do when it was too late in life to still be wiping me? She was sneaky. Here's what she would do to get me to start wiping my own ass.
Ellie.
My mom, well, because I got bratty with it. So I would be like, not kidding you, 11, like 6th grade. And I'd be on the toilet and I'd call her in to come wipe my ass. And this is what she would do. She would wipe it once and I'd be like, all right. And then walk out and I'd be like,
oh, she's trying
what?
You're like, there is a skid mark.
There is, at least 5. Like, you gotta do more than 1. And she would walk out and I would literally call after her, is it clean? Like, say that to her. And then she'd be like, yeah, it's as clean as it's gonna get. And then I'd trust her, and then I'd come home from my day, and I'd pull down my pants, and it looked like somebody ran a marathon in mud. Amanda.
That's terrible.
Sorry, Pete, but that's how my mom got me to start wiping my own ass because she would not
like
do it.
Shitstorm in your underwear.
She would give me a 1-star shit wipe job.
Well, for me, like we always go back to shit. Like we always go back to shit. For me, I have to put the wipe around my finger and stick it up. I will have a skid mark. So I'm gonna say it again.
Yeah.
I put the wipe around my finger, like I make a finger cot with the wipe. And I put it up my butt and I wiggle it and I never have a skid mark again. And my mom is the one who told me to do this.
You know what? I think I can't do that simply because it would turn me on.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I could do that.
It's nice to get turned on midday.
Midday
turn on. Have you ever gotten so horny at work that like you had to go in the bathroom and masturbate?
At school, I used to do that. Never at work. I would feel way too weird doing that at work. But you have a different kind of job than me.
I'm in the spa. It's very relaxed.
Yeah,
I could just go in my room. Well, I never did this, Deb. That's my boss. I never did this, Deb. But I did go in I didn't go in my spa room and masturbate. That would be terrible to say.
Yeah. Oh, did she?
Did she? No, I go in the ladies' locker room to do it.
There's a locker room?
The lady, yeah.
Oh, to change for the spa.
You've never been to my spa.
No.
There is a ladies' locker room. There is a
really
Vichy
nice.
shower. There is...
I'm so out of touch with like health and wellness. Like spa treatments and like I'm out of touch with that world.
Oh, you are. I mean, I'm pretty out of touch with it.
You're out of touch with it in the sense where you need to start taking better care of yourself.
My dad called me and yelled at me the other day, and he's like, "Sophia!" Like I answered I was like, "Hello." Yeah. He's like, "Sophia, you're not a weed," and I was like, "What? What?" You're gonna get the gist of like my dad.
You're not a weed.
Yeah, you're not a weed, and I was like
the drug?
Yeah, he's like He's like, you piss and shit all over weeds. You're not a weed. What? And he was like, you're a butterfly. That was what he said to me. And I was like, thank you, Dad. And then he's like, you think you're some kind of rock star. You can go out all the time.
Did he say it? Did he do it like that? I'm like, you're not a weed.
Yeah.
You're a butterfly.
You know Joe.
No, but did he go into that voice with butterflies?
But he did say it like that. He was like, You're not a weed. You're a butterfly.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice, but like, it was
interesting
just
metaphor choice.
It was aggressive. I think he heard it somewhere and he probably repeated it wrong.
Wrote it down on paper.
It was a game of telephone and he screamed at me that I wasn't a weed. But he's also right because I just we talked about this in the last podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a weed. I am just letting everyone piss and shit all over me. And I need to just treat myself like a butterfly. You care for a butterfly. Or maybe he called me a flower. I don't remember.
Probably flowers.
It was a flower.
Weed and flowers are both
not a
plants.
butterfly. That wouldn't make any sense.
It would, but we got the gist.
He's
from
like,
butterfly.
you have to water yourself and get sun.
You do have to water yourself, Sophia.
It was actually really water. It was actually really sweet.
Hey, I think I love this quote. I'm gonna start using it.
He kicked the dog, but he then told me that I'm not a weed. I'm a flower. A butterflower.
A butterflower.
A butterflower.
Does that exist? Is there a thing called a butterflower?
Actually, I think they're those little yellow ones. Those tiny little, they look like weeds almost, but they have a little yellow thing. A butterflower.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Oh, I got to burp.
Hey, do it. Oh, okay.
Ew, it sounded like
It sounded like you were going to
I didn't want it to be like that.
It was a wet burp.
I really didn't. We are like actually drenched.
I am very, very sweaty
For
right now.
this
It's
podcast,
mid-July.
we have to like shut off the air.
Yeah, just for the sound
And it gets
purposes.
like
and then we get
gets hot and heavy in here. Hot and heavy.
hot and super heavy.
What are you, bored? Like you're looking at
No. I got nervous because I forgot if I took my birth control or not, and then I went to check the time, and I'm like, oh, I have time to take it.
Oh yeah, don't forget. You'll get your period for years.
Yeah, if I miss one pill, I get it. I had a dream last night that I was pregnant, and my dad was like, well, I guess I'm gonna be a grandpa. He like,
are
would say
you?
that. No, I hope not.
Oh, I mean, not that you. I mean, you look amazing, but like,
Thank you.
if you were pregnant, I would be so happy to be Aunt Fee.
You would be Aunt
I would
Fee.
be Aunt Fee.
You would be Aunt Fee. No, I'm
I
not
would
pregnant.
babysit.
I'm on birth control, and I definitely am not pregnant.
Okay, well that's good. You
Yeah.
can get pregnant on birth control.
I know you can, but I don't think I am.
Human condom.
Actually, do not even.
I know we can't even go there because I got so much bad karma for that.
Speaking of sex, and relationships, and that takes me into my boyfriend, John.
Oh, okay.
I
love
caught
when you
myself.
talk about.
What?
I love when you talk about your relationship because I love your relationship with
Thank
John.
you.
But what happened?
So, nothing happened, but it's just like, it's so interesting to me. And I wonder if people listening will relate to the situation because it's so hard. I'm still learning. So, did you hear me go like, I'm still learning?
She was like emotional. This is emotional. We're gonna take it. It's not.
Okay. So John and I basically live together in this apartment of mine and his. And so last night I went to see a Broadway show with my mom, saw the Cher show. It was great. And then went out to dinner with my family, and then I came back, and his cousin was supposed to come over last night, and then he texted me, he was like, never mind.
Yeah.
So then I came back to the apartment, and it was a Sunday night. I was like, I checked, and he was over at William's apartment, our friend's apartment with the roof. And I was like, okay, I really wanted to like hang out. But so then I waited a little bit, and I texted him. I was like, baby, come home. And I never do that.
You just missed him.
But there's no excuse. We spend so much time together. I don't need to okay, but let me continue.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Why is that doing it? Do you hear that? Is it going like side to side or no? Is the mic going side to side in your ears or no? Okay, that's just me. Okay, it's probably the headphones actually.
This story is just getting like heavy.
It's good.
It would probably just be your check.
It's definitely just the head. Oh yeah, it's. I could feel it when I wiggle this. Okay, so it was the other night. And I want him to come home, and I never want him to. But then I realized there's so many times when he says to me, and Pete's really good friends with him, so this was fun. There are a lot of times when he says to me, like, "Come home right now," like, and I love that.
Yeah,
I love
it.
Being
Feels
called
good to be
home.
needed.
To be needed.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I never ask him to come home. I'm gonna ask him to come home. So I texted him. I was like, "Come home," and then he was like, "Oh, baby," like. And then I was like, okay, so you coming home? And like a half an hour
where
went
the
by.
fuck are you?
And I was exhausted. I had gotten like 4 hours of sleep the night before because we were out real late for the blackout. And then I had to wake up to get my mom to go see the show.
I do the same shit. You were hurting yourself to stay up for his arrival.
I was like, I know I need sleep, but I just want to see my baby.
Oh,
So I know. But
so cute though.
whatever. Yes. Okay. So see how I'm already getting like
But like, of
agitated?
course, you and John are like.
Right. It's not that crazy that I wanted to stay.
Electric.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wanted to stay up for him to come home. But then it was like almost 11. And I was like, I got to get some sleep. I'm going to be miserable tomorrow if I don't go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I texted him. I was like, are you going to come home soon or like way later? And it's fine if he's going to come home way later. I just want to know because I don't want to stay up only to find out he's still not home.
Yeah.
You know? So I texted him that and he like didn't answer me. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to shower and go to bed, whatever. So because a lot of times I do that and then he wakes me up when he gets home and we talk for like an hour in bed and whatever. So I shower and I go to bed. I go upstairs and I like angry put on Friends and I like angry watch it until I'm like, I can't do this. So I turn off the TV and I force myself.
I don't even care about this show.
Yeah. I like didn't even hear any of the jokes, if you want to call them jokes. And then, ooh, that was a dig at Friends.
You love Friends.
I grew up on Friends. I love Friends. They so
know.
then I forced myself to go to sleep. And then I get woken up when he comes home and he starts kissing me and like holding me and everything. I know, it's so cute, but I was pissed.
No, you were like, where the fuck were you?
No, it's not even where the fuck were you. One, I knew where he was. Second of all, it's okay if you're going to stay out. Tell me. You know, I asked and you didn't answer. So he immediately knew something was wrong.
Emily is mom, by the way.
I am
She
mother.
is the mother.
So
Mother
he
hen.
starts hugging me and kissing me and he's like, hi, baby. And I was like, hi. And then he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, you didn't you didn't answer me. And he was like, and then I woke,
Everyone
when I woke
will
up.
relate to this, just so you know.
Okay, so then when I woke up, I had seen when he got home that he had texted me coming home, but that was like 5 minutes, like when he was on his way home.
Yeah.
And it was like 12 something now,
Yeah.
like 12:30. And then I was like, you didn't answer me. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. Like I swore I thought I did and I just didn't. Like genuinely meant it. And I was like, okay. And then I like turned back over and I was like still upset because I let myself get upset earlier. So then the feeling was still remaining.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't switch moods too fast.
Yeah.
So I was like still upset.
You were committed.
I was committed to this emotion.
Like, now I'm pissed and I have to stay pissed.
Yeah. And the fact that he so sincerely was like, I'm sorry, babe, I didn't realize.
He was
I
just being a gem.
I know. I was like, okay.
Exactly the way he was supposed to act. He did everything right.
Right.
John, you did everything right in that situation. You couldn't have done anything different.
Couldn't have been better about this. So then I
Good
turned
job.
back over and I'm like still like pouting and he's just like laying there. He's like, how was the share show? And I was like, it was good. Like, I'm like still mad. And I couldn't get myself to not be mad for some reason. Because I think I just like had built it up in my head that we were going to hang out and have a cozy night. And the fact that he didn't and made me realize so immediately like how not big of a deal it was.
Yeah.
I felt embarrassed and weird.
Oh.
And then he was like, what's wrong? And then I was like, nothing. And then he was like, okay, I'm going to put a podcast on, like, good night. Because I was like turned over, like I was going to sleep and I wasn't talking.
Did you want him to beg?
I wanted him to beg.
I know, yeah, because sometimes you just want to be a bitch and then you're committed to it and then you start to actually get upset and then you don't even know why you're upset. And then
That is actually like play by play what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm turned over, like not talking to him. And then he was like, all right, like, I love you. Good night. Like, don't know what the fuck you're like. Clear. He was right. I was being so weird.
He was like, what are you doing?
So I hear the sound of his AirPod case open, and that just set me off. When I heard that,
really, you're gonna just listen to a podcast when I'm so upset.
Actually took his AirPods out and actually put him in his ears. I like made a big thing. I like sat up and I was like, "Do you have water? I need water." I like needed every excuse to like still not be asleep.
You're
I was
like trying to move on the bed. You're like
making commotion.
You're bouncing. You're like, I'm sleeping.
I literally, when I sat up for water, I literally sat up and was like, like I was like out of breath or something. And I was
You
like,
ran
I need
a lot.
water. And he was like, here.
Well, you're doing gymnastics in your brain, so you're exhausted.
True. I was doing gymnastics in my brain. So I was exhausted.
You're on the monkey
so
bars.
he hands me like I'm on the monkey bars. He hands me an ice cold cup of water. He was like, here you go, baby. And he was like, and I was like, thanks. And then he was like, are you sure you're like, what's wrong? And I was like, John, nothing. Like, nothing.
And then she made a ruckus.
And then I made a ruckus. And then he's like, okay, I'm going to listen to my podcast. And then like goes back. Because in his head, he's like, I'm not fucking doing this.
No,
what is wrong?
He maybe thought you were sick or something.
Yeah.
Because guys think like that. They're like, oh, she's sick. Or maybe she's hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well, no, I mean, because we had such a good like week. We were like, we're doing so good.
It was so good. So you were like, let's fuck it up a little bit.
Well, I don't know if it was a combo of like being tired. Okay, so then he puts his thing back in, and before you know it, I'm crying.
So exactly what I said. It literally,
I'm crying.
You got so exhausted by everything.
I was just,
and then you started to get upset about everything you just did.
Yeah. So
and you were embarrassed.
Yes,
and
all
you
of
were,
this.
and he's probably wondering now she's crying.
Well,
why is she crying?
So I'm crying, and then obviously, if I actually was crying and was actually embarrassed by it, I would have just gone like to sleep and just like wiped my tear and gone to sleep. But of course, after a few moments of silence, I went. And he was like, "Are you crying?" And I was like, "No." And then he like touches my face and it's wet. And he's like, "Em, like what the fuck is going on?"
He just had such a normal night.
He had the most normal night. And then I start like repeats laughing because he knows John. And then I start really crying, like full blown crying. And he's like, "Emily." And then I had to say to him, I was like,
this is a classic crying for no reason. We do it a lot.
I know.
We do it. Girls do it a lot. And we want our men to realize that this is going to happen sometimes and you just need to be there for us. I've never been in one relationship where the man does the right thing ever. I'm like,
Because
you need to understand that there's like a chemical imbalance. Yeah. I'm clinically depressed and I'm sad. I don't know why. And you need to feel bad about that.
I think
I'm different.
Because
I'm different than anybody you've ever met. I deal with things in my head.
I mean, it's just like I guess guys just never have like the I don't know. Hold on. So then I'm crying and he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like nothing, because in my head I'm literally going, nothing. Like nothing is wrong. I don't know.
What can I take and make the problem?
And then I was so embarrassed about this scene I've caused that I start crying harder. And he's like, "Emily, you're scaring me." And I kept saying, "I'm so embarrassed." And he's probably thinking like,
it's a crisis now.
Or like, did I do something? Or like, he's probably, and he literally shook me. He's like, "Em, you're scaring me. What's going on?" And I was like, "I can't. It's so embarrassing." And it's this whole thing. And eventually I calmed down and I did link it to something. And I know that if he listens to this, it's going to sound like I like made something up. I did link into something that I don't want to bring up that I think was bothering me. Yeah. And like we were talking before about how a lot of times you have a feeling of anxiety and you don't know where it's coming from until you like break down about it.
Yeah, 100%.
It wasn't anything that was that big of a deal, but I think my lack of sleep and just like not see, like I think I was just triggered and it came out. But I hate when that happens, because I know I can look at that situation as like a fly on the wall and go, "Emily, what are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But in the moment, I just feel like a lunatic.
Well, that is what anxiety is. Like a lot of people just feel it and it comes out in different ways. Like for me, like I get like a migraine or something and I'm like, "Oh God, I'm really ill." Like truth is, I'm not ill. I'm just stressed out. And then you finally have a breakthrough.
Right.
Not a breakdown, a breakthrough.
Right.
You were having a breakthrough and realizing what the issue was that was pissing you off. Mm-hmm. And that was the cause of your tears and your crying. It's actually great that it happened.
I think
John,
it's great.
poor John.
I just feel so bad for John because it's like, he said to me after that, he was like, "That came out of like nowhere." And I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. And also, it's so funny because we are so the opposite in the sense that like if he asks me for attention, I will give him 10 buckets of attention. Yeah. If I in those situations when he's upset, he likes to be left alone. I love to give attention. When I'm upset, I need houses of attention and he will just not feed into my antics.
I need a lot of attention if I'm upset.
If I'm upset, I need to be held.
But if I ask for space, you better give me space.
Oh, see,
you know what I mean?
Never need fucking space.
You don't need space? Not from my boyfriend.
I need space from people. I never feel like I need space from John, but then we just like have so much space already because we have busy lives that I
definitely just need space for like from like friends and even family. But like never my boyfriend. You know that like every relationship I've been in, I never need space for my boyfriend. But I think space is so important. That's why every relationship usually blows up in my face. Because I'm like, well,
because you spend so much time with them.
Every boyfriend I've ever had is just moved in. They all move in.
Like day one.
They drop their lives and they move in. Yeah. And I tell them it's okay, but it's not.
It's dangerous. And you'll do it.
They all get a drawer. The same drawer. They all have the same drawer.
Yeah.
And then they lose themselves and we both lose ourselves in the relationship.
Well, that's why coming into living here with John, I think it actually helped both of us because we were both probably so afraid of like, I don't want to get like sucked into this house together that it actually helped me. And I think it helped him to like get out more. Well, we go do more now.
You guys have space, but you still like live together. You come home to each other at the end of the day. Yes. This was you getting used to it. It's still very new.
It is very new. It's like not even 2 months. It's actually, it'll be 2 months like in a week.
I always thought I was like this relationship wizard. Mm-hmm. And I'm so not. Like
you're always learning. Not you, everyone. It's a constant learning process.
I just had an incident the other day where I was hooking up with a guy and I mean he's like a good friend of mine and I fell asleep while we were hooking up. While we were hooking up.
Wait, while mouths were
making out and I was just so jet lagged. Was
this the day you got back from Portugal?
No, it was the day after. He actually came home. He brought me food. We've been we just kind of met. We have this wonderful friendship. He's amazing. But I wasn't expecting it to go anywhere. He's best friends with my brother-in-law and my sister.
See, this is already a big web of messy.
It's just, it did get messy quick. Yeah. And I was thinking it's just going to be a friendship thing. If there's attraction, great. But it's going to just wait. It's going to have to wait. So he comes over, he brings me diner food. I should have known right there.
What?
Well, if he's bringing you food right when you get off, he's taking care of me. Yeah. He bought me stuff for my plantar fasciitis.
And what sign is he?
He's a Taurus.
Yeah, we'll take care of people.
Yeah, he's a caretaker
Very
for
easily.
sure. So he comes over and then he asks me to give him a facial massage.
Oh God. That's
we
where
start
it
making
starts.
we start making out. We start making out. And my brother-in-law and my sister are about to come home, so we're like trying to rush it.
That's so weird that you call me brother-in-law. It's just like
He's my
we're
brother-in-law.
So young to have brother-in-laws.
What, you want me to call him Uncle Mike?
No.
So anyway, so then I'm giving him a facial massage. We start making out. It's electric. It's awesome. It's great. He's going to listen to this.
Scorpio and a Taurus.
A Scorpio and a Taurus. It's pretty amazing. And I've never been with a Taurus before.
Oh, so you're not going to be... He's going to listen to this?
Maybe. Who knows?
Okay.
But then the next day I go over. I bring Os, cuz. And we start making out again.
You bring your cousin. That's
I bring
what you said.
I bring my cousin. We start making out again. It's going really good, but then we move, like I got like immediately nervous because I don't want it to go further than that, you know, because it's already such a mess. Yeah. And I was so jet lagged. I was so this, and I was like, I don't want to ruin the friendship, but I guess it came off as like, I'm unattracted to you. And like, he was like, we're making out in his bed and he's like, what's wrong with you?
Oh my God.
I'm like, what? Because in my head, I'm just tired and we're making out. And I was like, it's a lazy makeout.
Yeah.
And I'm actually drifting, like, as it's happening. But, like, he's thinking
You're
I'm so
disappearing.
uninterested.
You're passing away.
Yeah. He's thinking I'm so uninterested. And I was just like, and it's not even that I was uninterested. I was just so exhausted that, like, I'm, like, mid... And this isn't the first time that this has happened. I've actually fallen asleep, like, while being intimate with someone. Like,
I've fallen asleep while getting eaten out.
yeah, no, on my 21st birthday when we were at the Borgata,
Oh,
me and
yeah.
Brandon woke up, and Brandon would love this story. Me and Brandon woke up in the bathroom, locked doors, and I was like cock and balls in my face. Cock and balls in my face, and like he's just like sloppily on my vagina.
Oh my God.
It was actually like
You
the
fell asleep
highlight of our
mid-
entire
relationship.
3-year relationship.
Oh my God.
It was amazing.
You fell asleep mid 69.
Yeah. So, I mean, that, I feel like me falling asleep though,
Yeah.
just proves that I'm just not that good at relationships. And then
No,
I
I
wasn't
think it
good
has
at,
nothing to
and then
do
I
with
wasn't
that.
that good at expressing myself afterwards.
Wait, but Sophia, just because you fell asleep doesn't mean you're not good at relationships. It means you were fucking jet lagged.
I was tired.
And I've fallen asleep on someone I'm into
Yeah.
because I'm tired.
yeah. And then he
And
brought,
guess what? If you don't do foreplay soon enough,
but you know,
I'm gonna fall
my
asleep.
sarcasm like comes out, and maybe I might have been like, oh, maybe I'm just not that interested.
Oh, you said that to him?
But it was like a joke. I thought everybody, you know, I have this problem where I'm like, everyone knows what I mean.
Yeah, I have that problem too.
I'm like, everybody gets it.
I'm sarcastic with people sometimes, and
Yeah.
it's just mean.
And it's just like,
It's just if they don't know you, you can assume they're going to get your sense of humor.
yeah. And I like and I think people also think like she's so honest, she's so cool in the beginning. And then they learn that like, I'm just not that cool.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
What are you
Mental
talking
breakthrough.
about? Mental break.
Donis.
Donis.
Just
You
being-
are so cool. I think the more people get to know you, the better you become.
I just feel like this is a pattern.
that what that
This is
men.
Yeah,
What?
I feel like this is a pattern that men think I'm like immediately so cool and that I'm so open and honest and this and that. And then they're like, oh, I'll tell her everything. And then she'll just kind of like divulge information to everybody else. Like he did say, he was like, she's going to put this in the podcast.
And you did.
He was not wrong. He wasn't wrong.
I mean, I don't think it's a test. It
was good
It
content.
doesn't, to me, feel like a pattern. I don't think this is a pattern that's happening to you. I think, if anything, you give a lot of yourself up front, which I think is very overwhelming in the best way for men. Like, I think you're a lot up front.
I am
and
a
people
lot.
get attracted to it, and they
right away. And then either scared,
and then either
later scared. Later they get scared.
They usually get scared because they realize, like, oh,
They
she
usually
really
get
is this.
scared.
Yeah,
They usually get scared.
they get scared because it's you're intimidating. You're
Yeah.
so in the moment and outgoing and funny and quick, and it's intimidating, especially romantically.
This is feeding my ego.
I mean,
It's just feeding it.
Yeah, it's just info.
You make me feel so much better. Everything's better now.
Well, I just don't like the idea that you're like blaming yourself for. I'm sorry if he's listening, but on paper, if like you're hooking up with someone and you're like, it appears to them that you're not into it, who in the right mind would say what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you're.
He was projecting, but so was I.
But okay, whatever was going on, for you to actually blame yourself for like whatever happened there is like, no, Fee, it just wasn't a match.
He said I talked a big game, but I'm just a sexual person when I'm talking, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe I have to shut that off a little bit.
You
gotta be careful.
I mean, I say don't change anything about yourself unless it's like you're hearing a lot of people say that you do this thing.
I gotta start setting boundaries, I think.
Boundaries are important.
But
I don't think you should tone down your personality just because a couple guys got scared by it.
You're right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
sorry if you're scared.
There were a lot of guys, when I was single, there were a lot of guys that I like tried to hook up with, and they like made it very apparent that they were not into how like outgoing and like ablazing I was. Yeah. And it's like, all right, okay.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? Hate myself for it and be like, I should change so they like me?
But for me, I'm like, how do you not love that? You know? How do you not love the outgoing honesty?
That's your self-esteem, which is amazing. But it's like, I guess some people don't.
Yeah.
That's part of this whole new mindset we have of like not being so the whole I am amazing stuff out the door.
Yeah.
It's like some people won't like us, and that's
fine.
If everybody liked us, we wouldn't be human.
That's true.
You know?
We don't want everyone to like us.
No.
Like, I'm actually not taking new friends right now.
Doors closed. Yeah. Not taking any
I'm not
applications.
taking new friends right now. It's just it got overwhelming.
It's just like I
hope nobody else likes me. Nobody.
I feel like if not you, the general you, because I used to be very much like this. If you carry around this attitude, like I am such a likable person, I'm so silly and funny, everybody should get it, and if you don't, you're a loser.
Yeah,
that's like maniacal,
and it's a little bit. That's a great word.
I'm whipping out a lot of words today.
Yeah, what is that?
Maniacal.
Yeah, what is that
like
word?
Maniacal.
Wow.
It's like you're a maniac.
Yeah.
It's like, of course there's going to be people in the world who don't like you. Think about how many people you don't like.
Yeah, that's true.
That are well liked. And you're like, I don't go what they see in them. I don't like them.
That's true.
So there are going to be guys here and there. Look, the guy before him was obsessed with you. And you had to literally be like, you got me sick.
Oh, yeah.
R is obsessed with you.
R really likes
me. You
have
had one guy who said that.
Wait, you're proving my point.
You?
Everybody likes me.
Faye, no. Oh, I really just hit your name. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I know.
Not everybody
That's
likes
maniacal
you.
of me to say.
Maniacal. It's a good word.
No, not everybody likes me.
And it's good because...
In fact, I know not everybody likes me because a lot of people unfollowed my Instagram.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
I lose
and that's okay. That's okay.
You're shedding and regrowing.
Yeah.
Huh? I don't know.
Shedding and regrowing. That makes
shedding and regrowing. That makes shedding the people who weren't there for the right reasons and growing people who are.
Yeah. You shit them out and you eat more food.
I feel like I haven't made a new friend in so long.
Is that a bad or a good thing, do you think? Or maybe it's fine.
I don't know. I'm trying to think about that because I definitely feel like I have a couple friends of mine who are in pretty like serious-ish relationships, and it's just inevitable that when you get into a relationship, like your friend count drops a little bit. I think probably more for girls, than for guys, because guys seem to have like.
I think my friend count has started to drop.
Yeah,
but I'm actually really okay with it.
I'm okay. Yeah, sorry. I got sidetracked because I was distracted that Pete's here and that he knows my boyfriend and that I'm saying that guys, I'm like, I was like, a lot of people lose their friends when they're in relationships, but we're always with John and like all the people I met through him.
Yeah, but
that was me trying to justify it. Like, not guys though. Guys are different. Yeah. But I do think guys do a much better job of maintaining their friendships because they're always activity based.
They don't need to talk so much.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier to just like meet up with a group of guys. I feel like girls, it's like intimate relationships that you have to maintain. And if you don't talk for a little while, you got too much to catch up on and it's exhausting.
And it's tricky. It's just tricky because then they get so invested in your lives and then there's opinions.
Yeah, and then like, I think that there's just more maintenance to female friendships.
Yeah, and emotions.
Yeah. And I feel like I have been thinking about that lately. That was one of the things I wanted to say in the previous podcast that we didn't get to.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how to feel about that because I kind of go back and forth. Sometimes I'm like, I definitely have like way less. No, I still have the friends, but the relationships are way much like more low maintenance.
Yeah.
Or like
Our relationship is very low maintenance.
Yeah, but that's not the word I meant. Oh my God, I really grabbed your groin.
I really like it.
They're much less maintained.
Yeah.
And it's because I really feel like I don't have time for them.
Well, you have a life.
But then I go like...
And when people respect your life and your career and that you have other things to do besides talk to them and like keep up with their... Like, I think it's actually really healthy to have low maintenance relationships.
Well, no, that's the thing that... No.
Are you saying the opposite?
I'm saying that the only relationships I have left are low maintenance ones because all the ones that were high maintenance, I just don't talk to them anymore because it's too high maintenance.
It was too high maintenance.
But I'm saying it almost worries me how okay with it I am because I'm like, were they ever my friend? Like...
I think people come
or
and
just
go in
different
your life,
phases
and
of
it's
life,
a beautiful
like,
thing, and it's fine. But
and
like,
I guess you need more out of a friend.
Everyone
when you're
is
single.
there for a reason. That's for sure. Like,
and it's not to say that I still feel as strongly as I do about all those friends, but I think I did just say. I think when you're single, you need more out of a friend than when you're in a relationship because you get provided with more from your person. When you're single, you need to be around your friends more.
Yeah,
but then
well, that actually not for me though.
I know. See, that's why I go like, is it a me thing?
I think it might. No,
but then I think about, I don't want to name her, but one of my best friends who has a boyfriend right now.
Yeah.
And it seems, we both always talk about how we don't see a lot of people a lot anymore, but I know her boyfriend has like a ton of friends that they always hang out with.
No, you might be right because when I was with
Do you think it's a male-female thing?
Yeah, when I was with, well, yeah, because you think about it, people get married and then they stop seeing their friends so much.
No. But do you think, like, because when you're in a, like, I'm saying, do you think that guys maintain their friends much easier when they're in relationships than girls do? Or am I making that up to make myself feel better?
Yes and no. It depends on the person.
I guess.
Because from some of the guys I've dated have only wanted to hang out with me, and that was preferable for me. But like, some of them were like, I need to see my friends.
Right.
And that, I mean, it kind of pissed me off, but it's actually like a better thing.
But I'm saying, what about you when you're in relationships?
For me, when I'm in a relationship, I usually spend most time with my partner. And
like your friendships fall off a bit.
Yeah, but I'm always like, I don't like when you're home, I'm always hanging out with you.
But the last relationship you were in was before we started hanging out a bunch again, which now makes sense.
That's so true.
And I would come home like once every 2 months and we'd of course hang out.
Yeah, that's so true.
But it
depends though.
Yeah, I guess
you're just different in my life than like everybody else.
And you for me.
Yeah.
Like this is a friendship I am so more than willing to maintain.
Yeah.
I went from having like my core group of friends and then a bunch of others that I would see a lot on the weekends and stuff. But like now I'm down to like I can count on one hand who my best friends are and like I see them and like
that's part of growing up though.
Okay.
Everyone's gonna relate to this.
I brought it up because we reached an hour. Okay. Wow. It always fucking
it really
creeps
flies
up.
by. I feel like there's still like so much to talk about.
I know. Well, we knew we weren't going to be able to get to 2 weeks worth of shit.
Yeah.
But I guess I brought it up because I feel like I have always felt like I got into a relationship very early relative to a lot of my friends in the city. And I always felt very like judged and looked down upon for how much time I would spend with him. And like, it meant I spent less time with them. And then now, maybe it's because I'm older or I don't know what it is, but like, I feel like I just don't care. It sounds so mean.
It's actually not mean at all, and I don't even think it
me
sounds...
that I don't care. Like, is that weird? That like I'm so satisfied with having like 5 people in my life.
No,
in my
you have
life?
a tight knit group, and I think it's good that you do. You want a tight knit group. You don't want to just like I mean, it is like protect your space a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's just like you can only maintain so many relationships.
It's a lot of work, and you're already working really hard every day.
You always say this. You give me too much credit.
No,
I don't work.
It's true.
Hard.
You're working very hard. I mean, the world, like we're all working really hard, you know. And
I guess
it's hard to maintain lots of relationships, and people. I need you to look at me for this one. Okay, you're a gem and you're a light, so people want to take from that light a lot. It's true. And I know I'm giving, like, I am feeding your ego right now, but you deserve it because a lot of people want to ask you for advice. They want to talk to you about everything. So that's a lot of pressure on you all the time if a million people are doing the same thing. You know, like if your phone's blowing up all the time, you got to think of yourself like a superstar. You're a celebrity.
No, I refuse to say that. But I will say...
You're so modest.
That I do also think, actually, now that you said that, ever since I gained like a little bit of traction and started getting like recognized on the streets and started going to parties where like friends of friends treated me like I was a celebrity.
Even at home.
Even in our hometown, I feel like...
Sorry guys, it stopped.
Oh, it's okay.
We just kept going. I like that we're ending on like a dull note.
The spinning wheel.
Is that a possibility?
Don't put that out there.
Okay, it's not going to. Look at how nervous I am that my feet are like literally.
Don't wobble my table.
That
was a sign from the house, from the apartment saying stop.
Well, yeah, we need to stop the episode right away.
The episode was begging to be over. Yeah. And you know what? I started to feel a little embarrassed and vulnerable how I was like, I don't have any friends. And
I was like, you shouldn't have any friends. Yeah. I was like, you should only have me.
I regretted bringing it up immediately.
No, you have so many friends. Like, come on.
I have a lot of like...
We're going again. We're running our damn mouths. Okay,
that was a sign that the recording stopped, and that was a sign that the episode should be over. I had a blast this episode.
Oh my God, I had so much fun. I'm
Pete,
so glad to be
fun?
back in the States
Pete
and
says he has
on
fun.
your couch. Right back to the States and on this blue couch.
I am happy to have you on my couch.
Oh my
happy to have
God.
Pete on my orange chair.
Oh my God.
Happy to have this wine. Can't wait to turn the AC back on.
And I wonder what this whole life we're going to live in the next week is going to bring us to next week.
This whole life will bring us...
Like, it's going to be a
You
whole...
didn't notice.
What?
When you said whole, you went...
The bubble in my throat. I'm hawking loogies left and right.
I wonder what this next life in this next week is going to bring us.
The next life in the next week.
Maybe I'll have some more spooky stories for you. Maybe they'll happen right now.
Maybe these people are like who are in your house, like throwing like the toilet paper around, were from your past life, and they're going to show you this is like your new life, and you already know them.
I didn't really follow
Let's not
that.
go there.
I don't want to. Okay.
She's not even making sense anymore.
No.
This is. Did I take a shot when the camera shut off?
No.
Not making sense. Okay. Guffanti
Thank you for
Brunettes.
listening to Guffanti Brunettes.
Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Pete. We never introduced. I'm Emily.
Oh, I'm Sophia.
And that's that. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.
Have a great one.